To a 6 on Your Side investigation, our cameras were rolling on a transmission tower just west of Burke High School. The tower is coming down, and nearby residents have been watching with interest. Farther south of this work is another part of the project. It's been controversial. OPPD needs access to remove a different tower, and some fences are coming down and a path for heavy equipment is being created. Last month, Mike McKnight told us how next-door neighbors sought an injunction to stop crews from going between their homes. A judge turned them down, but the homeowners are considering an appeal, so they declined comment. The utility says work will be sporadic as the tower is removed and replaced with a modern high-voltage power pole.